Hello, here's a quick sample of what an online video lesson might feel like, or if I end up sending you a link to a YouTube video. I thought I would just take a minute and teach part of a song to give you a feel for that. Basically, I chose the song Redemption Song by Bob Marley. It's hard to find one song that fits all of your interests, but this is a good song in the sense that it has a single note intro that's kind of cool. I'll play that in a minute for you. And then also has some strum patterns with chords. So I thought it was a pretty good middle-of-the-road song to use as a sample. So basically what would happen is, if you noticed, I attached a PDF of the first page of this song that you can print or pull up on your computer to watch as I refer to it on the video. I'm looking at it right now, and that way we can both refer to what we're seeing and kind of talk each other through it. So I'm just going to play the intro first. If you notice, in the first measure, there's some notes that have parentheses on them, the 2 zeros there. I'm going to play it without those zeros the first time, and then the second time I'll play with. So here's the intro without the parentheses zeros. 2, 3, 4. Second line. Those zeros are in parentheses because, as you'll see in a minute, when you play them, the zeros are really just there for the purpose of slurring or giving a hammer-on effect to the notes right to the right of them. So that first zero that you see on the A string, on the 5th string, that's in parentheses, that zero has that little caret sign next to it. That's the hammer-on symbol, or at least the easiest way to do it with this type of tablature. So the O to 3 would be like this. Kind of a grace note, I would call it. Very quick. You don't really even hear the open. It just slurs the 3. If you haven't done a hammer-on, let me do it in slow motion. Basically, you'd hit the open, and then just by putting your finger down, I'm using my middle finger in this case, you can sound the 3 without repicking it. And then the very next one is the O to the 2. Kind of the same idea. And again, I understand that depending on who's watching this video, some of you have done hammer-ons before, and others of you may not have done it much. So here's what the 0 to the 3 and the 0 to the 2 sound like. Let me play the whole intro again in context with the hammer-ons. 3, 4. Second line. I'm probably going to stop there in the intro because after this video I'm going to send a link to another video where I give you a different view of my left hand that I think is going to help. Some of you may have experienced that. I may have done videos like that for you already. Let me go to the chord part. Again, I'm speaking to a lot of you that are in different places with the chords. The first step is always, do I know the chords, right? So there's a G chord, an E minor, a C, the G over B, which is simply the G chord, where your first finger is the lowest note. And again, I'll go over these again. So here's a G and a G over B. You may not be able to see it very well now, but again, I'll do another video that has a different view of your hands. And then A minor. And then there's a D. I think those are the only chords in this first page, this first part of the song. So one more time, it'd be G, E minor, C, G over B, and A minor. And then a D. So again, depending on where you're at, I would practice, do a practice video helping you get the skills of those chords down or the chord changes. I'm going to assume now that you know how to change the chords and that you know the individual chords and move on quickly to the strum pattern. As you can see, under the word verse, I wrote down the strum pattern, which is down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And if you look, each box is trying to hover over that chord. So you see the G chord with 3 strum lines, which means 4 beats of G. And you could play the song with just 4 Gs, 4 E minors, 2 Cs, etc. It'd be kind of like this. Old pirates, yes, they rob I, sold to the merchant ships, that kind of thing. Or, whenever you see a chord name and the 3 slash lines, you could also do the strum pattern in arrows that's written above, because the strum pattern, even though it's 6 different strums, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it spans the time of 4 beats. Dun 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 dun, that kind of a thing. So here's that first line where the singing is with the strum patterns. 2, 3, 4. And again, I admit, this may not be exactly what he's playing on the recording, but it is very similar. It is a strum pattern that works well if you want to strum and sing the song. So that would definitely help there. I'm going to end this video and do the other video I mentioned that's going to have a different view of your left hand to explain a little bit more that way. Because remember, we're pretending that you requested this song. We're pretending that you knew it already, at least how it goes by listening. And so it would be a song, one example that you requested, and then I could send this chart to you, talk you through it in person, but also follow up with other videos that would address your specific questions or needs. So hope you enjoyed this little video. Look for the link on the second one. Thank you.